And welcome back to Mystimon Saga, a world like no other, where people must live alongside mystical creatures and where magic comes alive. Under siege by forces beyond and within, I am your host, GM Seth, aka Seth R. Mitchell, and once again, I am joined by our players, Psy, Bastille,
Hey.
Binary, Ida, and Shadow. We will not have Elle for a little while because she's dealing with some family issues. She will be back soon. In the meantime, we will miss her. And everyone say hello.
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 Hello, hey, howdy.
Hello.
You'll notice I actually have the Discord activity thing actually fixed now. I didn't notice that was broken before. It's fixed now. So, when we last left our investigators, they were still distracted with things on the ranch. Still distracted with those loose ends from their investigation in Kalrun on the Kalrun Devil. Still distracted with things revolving around Hydra in this mysterious small black pyramid. That Hydra, the kaiju Mystimon, the Titan Mystimon of the past, was trapped within. Still distracted with these weird things that have been going on ever since that pyramid was buried somewhere on this ranch. But they're all looking forward to a little R&R, if you can call it that. If you can call it that, when they are to head to Olympus in a couple of weeks to either partake in or watch the festivities from the stands, whatever their choice is. No judgment here. In the Pro Battle League Championship that will be taking place in Evergreen City, home of the Fae. Shadow.
Oh, no.
Sorry. Just teasing Shadow because apparently he doesn't like elves.
No.
Out of him, you're welcome.
No, my worst nightmare coming up.
Well,
You're kidding.
you'll have to deal with it.
Don't worry.
Well, no love lost because they don't like goblins.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad the feeling's mutual.
But how would you feel when you've been constantly getting raided by goblins for ages and ages and ages?
Understandable. But why be so rateable in the first place? Hmm?
That's why there's walls around Evergreen City.
Oh.
Anyways, now we pick back up on the ranch. It's actually the next day now. You've had time to stew over everything that was revealed, especially in relation to Bastille. Bastille apparently is haunted by multiple spirits, or possessed, We're not sure. And Rat was the only one who actually figured it out. He was the only one who noticed. Even Kyrene, the most powerful scion in the world, never noticed. So, that is where we are. It's the next day. Allow me to pass time here. We're going to move day to the 45th of Coryphus. And I'm going to actually move the hour back here to about 7:40 a.m. It's about 7:40 a.m. And who's awake at this hour?
Duty probably would be.
I don't
Duty-
need to sleep, so.
Right. I don't think Ada would be up at around that time. Like, she's a bit of a night owl.
Okay.
But, hey, we gotta get some.
And Rat would be conked out, I guess, at a corner somewhere.
Alrighty.
Duty true. Ron will probably be training for the upcoming tournament.
Yep, probably. So Duty's probably up, Ron's up, Ada's still conked out in her room. Soma is but still you actually notice Soma fell asleep in the library. Along with Dr. Gray.
Well, he doesn't have a frame of reference being sore, so can't help that one.
So,
But yeah, Basil's definitely up since he doesn't need to sleep.
yeah, Soma's asleep in the library, not in a room. Ada's asleep. Where would Ada be asleep? In a room or the library?
I was gonna say, more than likely just in a realm.
Okay, in the room. In a room. Yep. And Rat's typing something. No. Dr. Gray is the granddaughter of another Dr. Gray. Bifrost was an automaton.
Ah, okay. Thanks for clearing that up. I didn't
And
remember.
in fact, there's a statue of Bifrost in the living area downstairs. And my cat's doing weird things, as cats do. Anyways, so what is Bastille doing at this hour?
I mean, probably just continuing to go through like their other notes that they've got regarding the Hydra or even just general stuff. Since that's their biggest concern right now is finding any other hints of where this thing could be, since all they found is
Right.
a vault that's related to an underwater temple. So potentially also looking for notes on that as well to see if he can find any connection between the two.
Yeah, what was really weird about it, and what really has Lorena's mind spinning, is that somehow this hole in the middle of the desert in Olmana drops right onto a temple in the bottom of a trench in the middle of the ocean. How the hell does that work? Nobody
Magic.
knows. Yes, magic. But what kind of magic? Because this is just bizarre.
Hmm.
It's kind of like it's kind of a little like the intro I have on our login screen where it says, "What is paranormal in a world of magic?"
Fair. It could be some
Normandy.
sort of magical gate.
I would say paranormal is anything you can't explain. Nobody can explain this.
Someone just cast gate in between the ocean and there. Problem solved. Ignore the fact that gate is for going to another plane. Ah, shit, it was my stream flickering the two. Okay, I'm gonna get a new prep. Can try fix that.
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to roll anything for that research or not.
You can go ahead and do that, but also you might want to roll to not wake up the two women.
Fair enough.
So you'll also have to roll a sneak check. Because you're trying not to wake them up, right? You don't want to wake them up.
It's kind of their fault, but we'll see how sneaky we can be. But it's not on him if they wake up for falling asleep where the research is being done.
Yeah.
That's on them at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But 27 for stealth.
Yeah, 27 will work. So for the first hour of research, and go ahead and roll your research check. You managed to not wake them up.
What am I rolling for the research check? In this case, occultism or something else?
Yeah, I would say occultism.
Okay.
As is typical.
Yeah, just making sure.
Typical to roll occultism when you're trying to research anything
35.
paranormal. 35, yeah, that's awesome. You gain a research point. You gain a research point. And what you know is that you know that this kind of magic it requires one to be able to actually know what that area looks like. They have to know what they're porting into, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, if someone cast this magic, they have to have at least been there to that temple in the bottom of the Depthar Trench. And that is if it's magic at all. It could be something else. You do know that there are extremely high ratings of some kind of very radioactive energy that is similar to the radiation given off by raw Mystia.
Is that something we have the ability to track?
Yes, you do. With your energy detectors.
I know we've gone through with the energy detectors before in search of the pyramid. And there wasn't any place that stood out as far as those readings. So is there anything with that information I could do to potentially search again, or is it going to be much the same?
You can try to do another research check on different radioactive energies, different irradiation energies.
Okay.
And that give me a moment actually.
Okay.
That is actually going to be a nature check. Because I assume you're trying to you're trying to find any other kinds of energies like this that exist in nature.
Yeah, I mean, just really anything we can use for actionable places to potentially
Yeah,
dig for this pyramid,
yeah. So
because otherwise we're just milling the entire place.
make a nature check.
All right, here we go. Nature, nature, nature.
By the way, I'm going to move time forward. It is now
Oh, it was so
8:50.
close to being a 15, but instead that is a 5. I'm gonna
18.
use a hero point to reroll that.
Story point it.
Yeah, story point. Oh, that's much better.
Much better.
Ah,
Much better. It's 12. It's still 12 points better. 30. First of all, it is now 8:50 a.m. Actually, it's now 9:50 a.m. Is anyone else up at this time?
Yeah, Rav would be yawning.
That would
Yep.
be around the time that Ada would start getting up. Like
Okay.
she's still kind of in that state of like, you know how when you wake up you're
Yeah.
still tired.
Yeah. And
Like, that's
around
like-
this time, and by the way, actually, but still, before that, can you make another sneak check?
Sure. 29.
You
Almost a
managed to
5.
not wake them up still. So 2 hours of research, and you still managed to not wake them up. But now they have woken up on their own, not because of anything you did. They have now woken up. Soma's yawning. She's like, she has a piece of paper stuck to her face, and she looks around like, damn it, I fell asleep in the library again. And she sees Lorena there. You too?
I think Bastill probably left just a note regarding what he found afterwards, just so that they didn't research the thing he's already researched. Like, this is what's been done.
They wake up just as you're finishing up your research on the radioactive energies. And Lorena says, God, I feel like I need a whole pot of coffee.
Yeah, like, same here.
And Soma replies to her, Ira probably made a pot. I'll probably go down and see about it. But still, what you find is there's no other kind of energies in nature that are similar in radiation strength or whatnot to raw Mystia. There's nothing else like it that you can discern from anything here. But you did find a couple of notes from previous investigators that looked like they're from decades ago. And it does seem to imply that they were investigating the same kind of the same energies, and they concluded it's paranormal. It's something out of the ordinary, something unnatural. And it doesn't appear they even found anything about it. They couldn't figure out what it was.
Are these notes from before or after the Hydra was sealed?
Probably long after, because Hydra was sealed way back in the Second Age. And these
Okay.
notes are from clearly like about 100 years ago.
Do they know?
Actually, no, wait. Hydra was sealed in the pyramid. Hydra was sealed in the pyramid just about a year ago.
Okay. So yeah, that'd be in reference to what I'm asking out specifically, because what I'm trying to
this
figure
is
out is
long before that. This is long before that.
Okay.
This is from about 100 years ago.
can they tell what these energies are from then, whether it be related to the Hydra or related to the pyramid? Or
At this
not related
point-
to either, just its
At
own
this
thing.
point, you can ascertain that it's not related to Hydra. But they couldn't figure out what it was coming from.
Okay.
But it's something unique to this ranch. It's something unique to this land. And actually, make me an Arcana check.
Okay. On that
awesome.
rolling spree, 31.
Yeah, awesome. With 31, you actually have a theory. You have a theory that if this energy existed before Hydra was sealed in that pyramid, and before that pyramid was buried on the ranch, and this is kind of a frightening thought of yours, does that mean Hydra can interact with that energy in some way? And what would be the ramifications of that?
Then with that information in mind, I'm gonna use the energy readings to search for a new place to dig. But instead of looking for the place with the highest energy readings, I'm gonna look for the place that has the lowest.
Okay.
The others are waking up. Let them have a turn.
He is completely missing something. So, Ron has been training this whole time,
Yep.
and Duty has been doing what?
I was gonna think studying the locale.
Okay. And what is Rat doing? Dare I ask?
How do I say this in a least creepy way?
Oh, God.
He's observing Bastille from the shadows. There we
I
go.
legit was gonna say stalking Bastille.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. He's stalking Bastille.
Do we need to make a stealth check for this?
Do we need to report
Rat's not
this?
trained in stealth.
Do we need to report this to Crystal?
Yeah. Just keeping an eye on him, you know. Yes. He has 5 spirits trapped inside him, you know, just something that Rat does not enjoy. He just wants to observe this automaton.
My spirits.
Maybe the spirits are having a house party. You don't know.
That's what Rat wants to figure it out. If they're chill being in that automaton, he's like, all right, I'll leave it at that. But if the spirit's like, let me out, then he's gonna try to save them, give them peace.
Maybe it's just like a frat house for spirits.
It's just ghost music starts playing. So how's being dead, Jim? Oh, it's doing great.
Goddamn.
Where do my players come up with this shit? This is what I've been dealing with for 10 years.
Hey, that one can't be blamed on us. None of us have been here that long.
Yeah. Cyber has, but still.
I've been here almost 1/10 of that time.
It seems to be something that I attract, though.
Have you tried looking inward? Perhaps you're the problem.
Do I need a therapist now after 10 years of dealing with this?
Probably.
We probably needed a therapist after 5.
Or I remember that. How do you put meat back on skin, on a bone, or something like that?
Yeah, I probably you're probably right, but still, because there have been times like the last session, rat, but still, Soma.
Hello.
I didn't do anything.
I'm not the problem this
I
time.
existed.
that really cracked me up to the point where I kept laughing so much that I couldn't breathe. There have been a lot of moments like that over the years.
Hey,
lot.
that still hasn't made a single joke.
It was
Rat
it was the interaction
just a
between you and Rat last session.
I'm just saying, Bastille has made 0 jokes this entire campaign. Now, if they've been taken as jokes, that's on others.
In fact, I actually probably should go back and clip several parts. I should go back. I should absolutely go back and clip. Is. I should go back through that last session and just start clipping.
Mhm.
I probably have at least 30 shorts from that.
Oh no.
From one session. Anyways, got a little off track, sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah. Should I roll stealth for observing or?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
All right.
Absolutely.
Oh, and to investigate a haunting, this would be.
And this is going to be
higher.
this is going to be against Bastille's perception DC.
Well, this
Oh,
failed.
Also, I have a question. Can I also use one of my spirit / haunt bars to get better idea, or is would the DC be too high?
You can try. I'll say that. Because you should never ask the GM what or imply to the GM what the DC is.
Probably.
You
Yeah.
could always try.
Yeah.
My
Fair
perception is plus 17, so I hate to break it
27.
to you, but
27.
I know full well you're watching me.
Yes.
It's like a
Air.
it's
No,
like
that still doesn't give a shit.
it's like those parodies from Metal
In
Gear.
In fact, Rat, your attempt here is so bad that Kauai comes up the stairs to hand some breakfast to Selma and Lorena, and she says, "Oh, hi, Rat." You're even seen by a freaking girl, by a freaking flower girl.
It's like those cartoon scenes where someone's hiding is trying to hide behind a thin pole. We can clearly see them. Shh! You don't see me here.
Yeah,
I'm
I do.
invisible.
Yeah, I do.
Can we pretend you don't see me?
What does pretend mean?
Pretend means that You think you know that, but you don't know that. But you do know that.
Oh, is this a game? Are we playing a game?
Sure.
Are we playing hide and seek?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Ooh, can I be it?
Goddamn.
He's Sorry, I'm trying to take it as seriously as I can. I just... okay.
This is just speaking with
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna tip his hands like, sure, you'll be it. I'll see if I can hide a little bit better.
Okay.
I'm gonna try.
And she closes her eyes and starts counting to 10.
Well, watch me now want another stealth check.
Yes.
Watch me now.
Yes.
At this, right here's Judy calling for him.
Watch this somehow now.
I'm gonna now won this upcoming stealth
Yeah,
check.
but-
Watch.
It's like, I'm gonna call it now. It's gonna be beneath a 12.
You got it too. You did that close.
You're there standing behind a vase, thinking you're hidden, but Guoi opens her eyes and just, oh, hi, rat.
Silence. He has his hat on the vase. The hat is on the vase, and he's just like thinking he looks exactly like the vase.
Now I've changed scenes, so all of our audience can see just how bad Rat is at hiding. This is hilarious. You're untrained too.
Yep.
That makes this even funnier.
Yeah.
When you said you were going to do such, I legit thought that you were actually going to be like some proficiency in like stealth, but no.
Rat
Absolutely.
should have some proficiency in stealth.
No, the only thing I'm good at is crafting and talking and not so savory stuff. Yeah. Okay, just out my character like that.
What we have learned from this whole ordeal here, what we've learned from this whole scene with Guoi, is don't send Rat on any stealth missions, like trying to spy on Xulgoth or anything.
Oh, absolutely not.
What would happen after that?
And I was about to say, like, if anything, I have a feeling like Ada would have a freaking better chance at that because she's like, she isn't even trained in stealth yet. She's got a plus 11 thanks to freaking.
How? Oh,
Thanks to just like trying to remind myself of the name of it, untrained improvisation. That was it.
Ron's trained in stealth, and he has invisibility magic. Xulgoth would have seen invisibility, though.
man.
In retrospect, there's always a hindsight to everything. In hindsight, maybe you should have put something in stealth.
Yeah, fair enough.
Can't do anything about that now. Well, not in the middle of the session, but you can. At some point, you can retrain it.
It can.
You could take a point out of one thing and put it into stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
Anyways, now that Rat has learned a lesson, don't try to play hide and seek with Guoi when you don't have a point in stealth.
It just makes the outcome better, in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll say you let her win.
Yeah, totally. Man, I thought my home spy was immaculate.
Anyways, what is Ada doing at this hour? Did Ada happen to walk in on this and laugh her head off at Koi finding a rat so easily? Koi of all people.
Yeah, it's like, if anything, I just imagine, like, she's having to play lean against the play wall just to keep herself from doubling over.
I just had to open my door because I just had to open my door because I was actually sweating. This is what I get for having a water-cooled PC.
Oh.
Well, at least on the CPU. I need a water-cool the whole thing though.
Mhm.
That's going to be a project coming in the future. Maybe I'll make a
Nice.
video on it. Maybe. If I can get Corey over here, Cyber anyway, Cyber/Corey. If I can get Cyber over here, then maybe I could. Anyways, Ada's cracking up at this whole scene with Koi and Rat, which you have to admit is totally adorable.
Mhm.
Yeah, and like, Ada eventually manages to catch a flat.
Yeah.
It more than likely take like a few minutes, give or take. Like, she would still be kind of giggling throughout it. She would more than likely say, just besides that little game, what is that?
Yeah, at the long before this point, Soma was also cracking up, and so was Lorena. And so Rat looks over but still is watching the whole thing.
Y'all ain't seen nothing of this. I purposely lost. He's gonna take his hat from the vase and put it back on him.
I'm sure you meant to.
Story of your life, huh? Anyways, it is now 10:12 a.m. And what are we doing now? Are we still cracking up this whole thing?
Oh, no.
But nonetheless, like, seriously though, what exactly did I miss while I was asleep? If anything.
But still probably has something for you.
I don't want to know what that bundle of ghosts is. Been meaning to ask him. Well, not asked him, but been wondering to see if I could ask. Actually, yeah, I do gotta ask him a few questions about something.
Yeah, does it have to do with what we found out last night?
Yeah, didn't we know about information about a giant squid thing?
Or at least
Octopus?
I saw by the time I got
Cthulhu.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, Lorena said that she swears she saw Cthulhu himself at the bottom of the Depthar Trench.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember she was having a huge breakdown, and then shenanigans happened.
She failed her madness checks.
Yeah. But this whole thing actually helped relieve a little bit of that. This whole
Being a
this
comic-
whole thing this morning actually helped relieve a little bit of that stress. So she actually lost a point of stress from that.
Being a comic relief character has its benefits. Ka-chow.
Indeed.
Anyways, where is that where is my fine giant dragon buddy at? Where is that fancy pants Fey guy at anyways?
Duty,
Y'all see him around here?
Duty, you've been out surveyed the ranch, so I would say at this point you're probably like clear towards the western corner of the ranch.
All right.
You're kind of surveilling what looks like a little wooded area.
Okay.
And you see a few other Mystimon there that are technically still on the ranch, because this is like still on this side of the fence that nobody knew about because they live here in this little wooded area.
Oh, okay.
In fact, there's a few monkey Mystimon that are actually playing games with you called Munkra.
Aw, fun.
No one knew about the monkeys. They've been living here for how long?
This is a part of the ranch no one actually really came to. This is what happens when you actually explore, you know?
Mhm. Parts of the area duty surveyed look particularly defendable if attacked.
Particularly defendable. I would say your best bet would be the cliffside towards along the eastern side of the ranch,
All right.
because you live the ranch sits in this area that is kind of nestled in the mountain range. It's called a basin.
Mhm.
It's called the Weeington Basin by the Sabertooth locals.
All right. Thank you.
So you might want to surveil that area a little bit more.
All right. Duty would be doing that.
Okay, so from here you're going to head over to the eastern side of the ranch.
Yeah.
Waving goodbye to the Munkras.
Mm-hmm.
And Ida, what are you doing now?
Hmm. Is it Amelia? I have next to no idea. Maybe because I'm not entirely sure on what the party's main focus is at the moment.
Maybe everyone needs to have a meeting.
Probably.
Yes, if anything, that sounds like a freaking good idea.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
Why does...
Okay. At this point, Soba does realize, yeah, we need to have a meeting. So Soba calls a meeting. And she calls up Duty on the comstone. She calls up Ron. Get your butts back to the main house. She also calls Ira and Kwoi. Actually, Ira was at the main house. She was downstairs at the time that Rat was playing hide and seek with Kwoi. Emergency meeting. So, Duty, you're being called back to the main house just as you're making your way to the eastern side.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to have to wait.
That is fine.
Everyone, head to the main house. Head to the main living area on the ground floor of the main house.
Mhm.
You walked all this way, so
Oh yeah, we walk.
This is a 512-acre ranch, so this is going to take you
He'll
a
be
little.
a bit late.
Yeah, a little bit late. So, I have some scenes I need to fix.
Okay. I was also like to point out. So is this like where there be tables, or is it just standing?
There's a. So the way that the ground floor is laid out is basically a very open concept. There's like 4 pillars in each of the four corners of the area, but it is open to the kitchen. It is open to basically everywhere on the ground floor. It is a very open concept. And so in the middle of the area on the ground floor, in the middle of the area, you have the statue of Bifrost, which is sitting in this fountain. And just before that is this long table with some chairs and everything. And over in the right-hand corner, there is a couch seating area. And the left-hand side of the ground floor is sky's the limit. You do whatever the hell you want with it.
Okay.
So, it takes. I will say that it takes Duty an hour to get back to the main house. So by the time we get to actually start this meeting, it is about 11:30 in the morning.
Can I say that I used my special jug to lay out like little coffee cups of things out for the fellas?
You could do that, as well as Ira is actually bringing a pot of coffee over, as well as a pot of tea.
Hey.
The tea Koi actually made. But Ira dealt with the hot water. Koi picked out the tea leaves, but Ira was like, I don't want you burning yourself.
Oh.
So, future spouses helping each other.
Mm-hmm.
And Crystal shows up, as well as Sarah Ariane, who is now her second in command.
Ooh.
And Ron, you show up all sweaty, probably, I'm betting.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Rhonda's probably like still has a hand weight lift that he's working with.
And Binary was probably here before everyone.
Yeah.
but still was probably here before everyone, right?
Well, that depends. Did he find anything on his search for the energy readings and looking for a specific spot that had a lack of such?
Not before Soma called a meeting. You were told to go somewhere, and as I understand it, when you're told to go somewhere, you go there, and you show up early.
If there's a time that they were told to go there, then he'll go there then. But otherwise, yeah, he'll just go ahead and go there, keeping in mind where he was he last left off for the search of energy readings.
Yeah. So, but still shows up before everyone. It kind of still has this book that he's perusing here off to the side. And Duty shows up finally after about an hour, and it's about 11:30 in the morning when everyone finally starts gathering at the table to have this meeting. And Soma says, I realize that we have some new faces here, and as such, not everyone knows exactly what is going on. And so, we're actually going to change the scene here.
Oh.
This is the Mind Palace. This is where all of your clues are laid out. And right now, all of the clues that are laid out here are in relation to the Colourune Devil. As we start up the next episode, whenever that is, I'll set up another branch of clues over here. But for now, these are all the clues. This is everything that you know about the Colourune Devil. This is everything that you know about Xulgoth. There are some clues that we have to add about Hydra. Because Hydra is a whole other part. That is a whole other enchilada. So I will add some clues at some point about Hydra. And Soma also lays out everything that you know about Hydra, about the pyramid. She tells you that Hydra was a kaiju class Mystimon, massive in size, towering over all other Mystimon. And it was brought back from being dormant from 1,000 years by Xulgoth a year ago during the Convergence. The Convergence was this astronomical alignment. All of the planets in the solar system aligned. That was the Convergence. And during this period of time, the veil between this world and the flow and all the other dimensions and all the other planes was at its thinnest. And this was the time that Xulgoth actually broke a hole in that veil that allowed him to bring Hydra back. And Hydra was sealed away in this small black three-sided pyramid with these strange hieroglyphics on it that was actually more of like a puzzle pyramid. Hydra was sealed away in that pyramid, and Bifrost, she motions up to the statue, buried that pyramid somewhere on the ranch. And ever since, there's been weirder things than usual happening on the ranch. In particular, many people have been having these visions or dreams of purple lightning, storm clouds, and these black, writhing tentacles. And she also mentions and motions to Ira that Ira at one point, just recently, had a moment where she went crazy and started attacking Koi for unbeknownst reasons. For unknown reasons. And as soon as she came to, she bolted out of here. It was a whole ordeal where Soma had to come back here to the ranch from Kalroon to help find Ira. So, as she says this, Crystal says, I too have been having those dreams. And I haven't been sleeping here. I've been sleeping at the tower in Kalroon. So it seems that even if you don't sleep here, if you have been here, it still infects you.
Yes, it's effectively like a battery. As soon as one thing gets plugged into it, the entire thing gets charged up by it.
This ranch has all kinds of strange things that have been going on it for a long time. Since long before that pyramid was even buried here, says Crystal. In fact, for a long time, I actually have a case file built up that I can bring here that previous investigators have investigated on the ranch and found a whole slew of things. I can bring that file here, and it's like this thick. And she says she motions with her fingers. It's like over an inch thick. This ranch is very unusual. It's a very unusual location. We don't know exactly what is going on here. But your assessment that it could be a battery is probably on point. Hydra could be feeding off of some kind of power source that we don't know about.
It is possible it could be feeding off of the general radioactive ratings of Mystia or otherwise. I was in the middle of searching to find a place with a lack of such when the meeting was called, due to the potential of it manipulating such. In case a lack of such was either chosen so that it had little to drain from, or if its training of such caused such.
As you're saying this, Crystal is like in deep thought. Could it be? Oh wait. Could it? Back during the Cataclysm, during the War of the Dragon Lords, the fight broke out to a head in over Baona. And at the time, we couldn't figure out it was very difficult for us to figure out exactly what was drawing the Dragon Lords there to the Quarchka Islands in the first place. All 10 of them. And for all 10 Dragon Lords to converge over Baona, specifically that island, was very unusual. And the tribunal found that the reason that the Dragon Lords had converged in that one spot had to do with the flow lines. But still, did you find anything on flow lines? Think of it like ley lines. There are these lines that stretch out across the entire planet, and in certain spots they actually converge. And there was one specific spot was in Baona.
I don't think we had found anything, at least that I can remember, but I know that's basically the reason that Rat and Duty had come here, yes?
They speak. Oh, sorry.
Because they were here, because wherever they were was where a lane line was going that was being affected.
Yeah, I was going to ask, are they spiritual in nature?
No. These flow lines are literally like the Mystia itself that flows through the planet.
Okay.
But there's something special about this particular place. And Crystal says, can we get a... I bet there's a book upstairs in the library. Or something. Some kind of globe or something that shows the flow lines.
I will go and retrieve such.
Okay. You will need to make we'll say an Arcana research check. And I'm going to...
Here. $26.
26.
And
It takes you about an hour to research this, to look around the library for anything about the flow lines. And you manage to find a map that is tucked away behind a shelf. It's this big board that has a big map on it of the entire world. And it has all of these strings laid out all over it. And it has a note on it that says flow lines. And you bring this downstairs. And as you trace to where the ranch sits in the Wiunton Basin, nestled along the mountain ranges that form Mount Hellfire in Almana, you all look at each other like, oh shit. Not just one or two, and not just two or three flow lines intersect here. 7 flow lines converge right on this spot.
Holy shit, we are right on top of a star sapphire's worth of intersections.
That looks like a bad thing.
And we have a kaiju Mystimon that's feeding off of it.
Alrighty then. So this is a bullseye that's about to more than likely erupt unless you do something about it.
So, from my understanding, we're up a creek without a paddle.
We're up a creek without a boat at this point.
Ah, we forgot the boat.
Iris says, isn't that par for the course with this group? We seem to always forget the boat.
Well, something to keep in mind is that is assuming the pyramid is actually buried here. We have yet to find it to confirm such.
Crystal says, it is a 512-acre ranch. Finding it is going to be like literally a needle in a haystack.
Didn't
And Ira points out there are like 10 tons of haystacks in the barn.
You know what? I like your thinking. Maybe we should look in the haystacks.
As far as being built on ley lines, considering the research that this place is known for, was that not done on purpose?
But still, I really don't know if Bifrost even knew what he was doing. I don't know if Bifrost knew that he was literally burying it right on the intersection of 7 ley lines or flow
No,
lines.
not the burying. This location, like that the Hidden Archives uses, was it not chosen in relation to the ley lines in specific?
No, we didn't even know about this.
This area was hidden?
The Hidden Archives is the name of the division of the Wayfinder Society that I have named this group of yours. Not exactly very well hidden, since the Magi Guard know all about it, but I digress. It used to be called the Spirit Bureau before I enveloped it into the Wayfinder Society. Now I'm wondering if maybe that was a mistake.
The mention of Spirit Bureau, Rad is gonna like lean up from where he's sitting. Like he was slouch sitting, but at this mention of Spirit Bureau, instantly like locks in.
That's just what they called themselves at the time.
How old is this map for reference?
Make a perception check.
Right?
You don't know for sure, but you think it looks like it was back there for a long time.
Okay.
Because it is
Definitely older than a year ago.
when you took it out from behind the bookcase, it was caked in dust. You had to wipe off a lot of the dust. In fact, there was actually some spider webs on it too.
Does anyone know of a place where we might get an updated map on the ley lines?
Rad's gonna turn to you and we're like, you got a big brain. Ain't you trained? Don't you know anything about locations? I always see you observing lands and stuff.
That's mostly to figure out where
Flow
we can be
lines.
best defended from.
flow lines is not exactly a subject that is very well studied.
Mhm.
It should be, considering what happened in Baona. Like, what about the flow lines attracted all 10 Dragon Lords to that one spot? And if they were attracted to that one spot, why aren't they attracted to here now? Because the only Dragon Lord that's in this area, that's anywhere in this region, is Flamdrone up in the mountain ranges. She motions up north from where you are. Flamdrone's been up there for a while. All 10 Dragon Lords have their own territories across the world, and we've been surveilling them as best we can to make sure that another Baona doesn't happen again.
Mhm.
Only we have a problem now because we don't know where Croson is. But I digress. The Dragon Lords are neither here nor there in relation to this.
Hmm. To me, it seems like either they can't come here or something is scaring them off. But then again, that's just my layman's ideas on this. I have no specialty of knowledge in this expertise. That's just me.
If that were the
spitballing that.
case, Flindrone wouldn't be up there in the mountains.
Yeah, fair point.
You better hope Flindrone doesn't come down here. He tends to be rather aggressive. And Koi says, she.
How'd you research about these lords, or you know that person? He says to Kwai.
Koi
I
can
think that's-
talk to Mystimon. So if anyone knows the gender of the Dragon Lord, she probably does.
Okay.
Flemtron's actually nice when you get to know him. Her. How I did it.
So you've interacted with this lady before?
Well, as best you can with a big red dragon.
That they
Well,
scared you off.
fire bad.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough.
Iris says, don't mind her. She has a bit of a fear of fire.
Understandable.
If you want to beat one of the Dragon Lords, I can summon Freslor here.
Maybe it's that might not be a bad idea. Maybe that might have bring some answers, but who knows? It might be what you call them. Forgot the word for that.
Crystal says it's probably a bad idea, considering it would probably attract from drone down here. Do we really want to fight between Flamdrone and Freslor? I don't think so.
Just spitballing ideas, because doesn't seem like there's much other than the capture spirits plans over there. Rat says, pointing to Bastille.
Well, Flamdrone tends to be very territorial.
Aye.
Which is not any different from... Not too much different from any of the other Dragon Lords, but Flamdrone's more territorial than most. But again, none of this has anything to do with the Dragon Lords, at least as far as I know. So, what does everyone think? Just more mysteries, huh?
Yeah, one question answered in the... Oh, sorry.
If I just play damn much, we just keep going in circles when it comes to these mysteries.
Such is the case when you're dealing with the paranormal.
Yeah.
Ron would say, I suggest we take a short break to clear our minds. There's a tournament coming up, yes?
Yes, in a couple of weeks.
We can get back to this after we set out to there.
You suggest heading out to Evergreen City 2 weeks early?
Why not? We can get to know the city. And
Well,
it doesn't seem like we're finding any progress here.
well, it might be a good idea to clear your heads, have a little R&R. Check out the sights. There's plenty to see in Evergreen City. It's a beautiful city. Sarah says, Sarah gets up and says, I'm going to need to go have a word with my wife if we're going to be heading out to Evergreen City early.
Well, doesn't Bastille have that plan looking around for the low energy signals?
I did plan to continue such, yes.
How long would you said, how long would that take to fully look around this area for an estimate?
DM?
It could take you a couple of days. And it might take Sarah... It might take Floor about a week to get packed. Sarah says. Sarah says that. And she's like... and Crystal shakes her head. Oh, don't tell her you said that.
Granted, there are a lot of people here with energy detectors. It would go a lot faster if multiple people use theirs.
Yeah. I ain't wanting to leave questions unanswered. Don't sit right with me personally, unlike that fancy city fae.
Ron would give you, like, a near sleazy smile and say, Oh, I'm not from the city, but I'm glad you fall for my act.
And Sarah says, I'm not from the city either. You're speaking to a Galvaran. Sarah is a Galvaran. She's a full-blood Galvaran, but she doesn't come from the city. She says she comes from the wooded areas further south.
Mm-hmm. I think he meant Ron, though.
Yeah, started Ron.
Floor is actually from the city, though.
Nice to know.
Yeah.
So, Bastille, my good friend, he says, like, putting a hand on his shin, because I'm assuming Bastille's, like, stupid tall.
And as Crystal reiterates to Sarah again, don't tell your wife that you said that. And Sarah says, "Oh, don't worry, I'm not suicidal."
Just that, should I be scared?
No, she should. Sarah should. Sarah should be scared. This is her wife.
Oh no.
If anyone should be scared, it's her. She made the comment.
Oh, no. Wait, so, Binary, how tall is Bastille?
7 feet tall.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's okay. Not even his shin, like the in between the ankle and like the shin part. Then Rad's gonna place a hand there, like, "Well, Bastille, you got any more of them energy detectors around here that I can borrow? Maybe
I
me
do
and
not.
you can."
Specifically, they come in the standard archive equipment.
Yep. So do comstones.
Okay.
And also, for you, an extra gun.
Ooh.
There is also a
Oh,
gun
yeah,
in the archive
Where do I
equipment.
find the equipment for that? Because Ran still doesn't have that in its inventory.
It is in the Cabiniums under Mystimon Saga.
Perfect.
Under Mystimon Saga player. Under equipment.
Thank you.
And you will find
Thank you.
Investigator's Pack.
Perfect. Thank you.
Hopefully it
Maybe
works. Yep, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my best friend Bastille. Maybe you and me can gather around, can explore this ranch. Maybe find the unexplored areas and look around together. They say 2 heads are better than 1.
I did not know they said that. I wonder if I can get a second head.
Well, you know what, Bastille? He's gonna tip his hat towards him. I'll temporarily be your second head. How about that?
And Kawhi says, "You can always talk to Don Grox and Nugent. I'm sure they would love to make you a second head." And Crystal says, "No, don't." The last time they worked on an automaton, bad stuff happened.
Rudy
Like
will
what?
cough and sorry. Duty will cough and say, getting back to the point. I was going to scout out another area to the east, so I'll use the energy detector while I'm there.
Maybe someone could come with you just in case. I don't. You know what they say, 2 heads are better than 1.
Soma will go with you.
Suppose, works for me.
What about you? What about? Sorry. He's gonna say, "What about you, Ada? You gonna go off, or you gonna pack up your stuff for our trip?"
Okay, so just out of Kyoto, I kind of zoned out for a hot minute.
Okay, I did too.
Oops.
It's like, if anything, I just more or less tend to zone out when I for like I don't really know what else to add in.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
TLDR, Bastille has a plan to look for the pyramid. Do you want in, or are you gonna do your own thing?
You know what? Sure, I'll tag in. Besides, it's about time that I start knowing places more intricately.
Mhm.
Especially considering how last time I tried to find my way around, it took me damn near months in order to get to this place.
Hey, it took me and Duty. I had no idea how long we fell asleep, but we fell asleep for about a long time. Because when I woke up, I was hungry.
You're always hungry.
No.
You fight like a married couple, says Crystal. You
Well,
fight
that's
like
Well,
because-
I've known him for all my memories, so that. Could've-
and Ira says, "Hey,
Seriously at all.
Koi and I aren't married yet, but we take offense to that."
Well, the thing is, I found this big red one sleeping. Kicked him in the shin, woke him up. Then he said, "Oh, I don't know, Mister Handsome Rat. Can I stick by you? Because I don't know how to live in this world." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take you under my wing." And now here we
I
are.
woke up on a battlefield having lost my memory.
No, that's a lie. No.
And now
He,
you're
like, Yes,
and now you're following a goblin.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Rez is gonna smirk and tip his hat at that comment. Anyways, Ida, I guess you have a choice because me and Bastille are gonna go around. Duty and Soma are gonna go their own way. I don't know if you want to come with one of us or you're gonna do your own thing or what.
Okay.
You can practice your driving on that contraption that you almost crashed.
Crystal looks at Ida and she says, "What? You crashed it?
I mean,
You crashed
I mean, they drove it so perfectly they didn't leave a scratch on it.
That's coming out of your salary."
Oh,
we have a salary?
Well, admittedly, I've never really been the best when it comes to driving, so you can't really blame me for that.
Don't you have a license? I thought you had a license when I told you to drive that thing here.
Yes, but that doesn't help the fact that I am terrible when it comes to directions.
Well, that explains a lot.
Area 5 times.
That explains a lot.
and when Ada says terrible direction, Rad is going to do the two L fingers thing.
I still have to do that in real life.
Same.
Because just out of character, I'm also just playing a heel that when it comes to Ada's sense of directions, for comparison, it's about as bad as freaking Zoro's from One Piece.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's awful.
That's really bad.
So Ada needs like someone with direction stick with. Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Directions.
Yeah. So, who's going to take Ada with them? Someone who can actually follow directions.
Ooh, we have two great candidates. There's Duty, and I think Bastille might. I don't know. Would Bastille have good direction? Binary.
I mean, yeah, Bastille's been around the farm a bit at this point.
A bit.
A bit. Yeah, a bit.
Actually, I think, Duty, what were you do? Were you doing your usual shtick that you always do? Wake up, observe, and then study.
Of course.
Why don't you go with Duty? But then again, you do you.
There's a joke in that, but I'm not going to say it.
Are you gonna stick with your duty, or are you gonna stick with the rat?
So if anything, she'll just still go with whoever has an actually solid sense of direction.
Probably duty.
That's duty.
Yeah, yeah. He's a nerd. He makes maps and studies
And
battle
so-
tactics.
So, Soma and Ada will be going with duty. And meanwhile, Sarah takes her leave. She says she's going to let Flora know the plans, so she can get packed and ready to go to Evergreen City. And Crystal takes her leave. She's going to go arrange travel. She's going to arrange travel on a ship from Emerald Port.
Oh no, Ron can't run to this place.
Oh, by the way, been meaning to say this, but I have full Spirit Hunter dedication, like fully maxed out, and they have a passive checks for spirits.
Nice.
Just to point that out.
Yeah. So whenever there's a spirit around, he gets a check to find it, even though he might not be choosing to.
Yeah. Just thought I should let that know while we're exploring more of the ranch.
Yeah, meanwhile, I just decided to dive headfirst into Ghost Hunter and Ritual.
Okay.
Ron would probably ask to go with your team, Rat.
Alrighty. I ain't got no objection to that. What about you, my good old tall friend Bastille? Tonk tonk.
He's already gone to start doing the scans again.
I guess that means a yes.
Perfect. I'm sure we'll be a great team.
Obviously, Tip's hat with a toothy grin. We hate each other.
Oh, absolutely.
It's literally just like an Adam and Alistair type relationship.
And so they were found, both murdered, presumably by each other the following week.
Thus is the adventures of what lies below on the ranch.
But yes, energy reading scans.
Yes. And Soma has gone with
Duty.
duty to the eastern edge of the ranch.
Yee. Near the cliffside.
Yeah, to the mountain range there. And where has Bastille's team gone?
Bastille's the leader, so wherever he goes, Rat will follow.
And so will Ada.
I thought Ada was with Duty.
I thought Ada was with Duty. Ron is with Rat and Bastille.
Yeah, Ron is the one.
Okay. Ada's with Duty and Soma. Okay.
Yep. 2 teams of 3.
So I mean, he'll be avoiding specifically like the nearby places that had an extremely high energy reading as is. So wherever like places that he can rule out based on that information is where he'd be going.
Okay.
Like, I binary don't know that information, but Bastille presumably does.
Brett has head empty.
Okay. This is actually the last day of Coryphus, so.
Ooh.
Neat.
Okay. I think according to this calendar, you'll be heading out to Evergreen City on Bolt Day, the 3rd of Endora.
Yeah, so we have an extra week there to basically get the lay of the land.
Have a little R&R, treat it as a vacation. And there's lots of sights to see in Evergreen City. It's a beautiful city.
Would they even allow me inside the gates?
They don't.
apologize.
They don't hate goblins that much, but
Oh no,
they consider goblins to be pests.
I don't. They have to put me inside a backpack.
they don't ban goblins from the city. The goblin, but Galvar just think of goblins as pests.
I was gonna say Ron would have Rat on a leash.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what would our cover be if goblins were bad?
Yeah, don't piss anyone off.
Yeah, don't
Especially
worry.
not the guards.
No.
The most you'll get is probably some looks.
Whose pet is that?
Would Ron be recognizing the city at all, being of noble descent?
Yeah, probably.
Ooh.
Okay.
They wouldn't be like whose pet is that. They do recognize that the unalienable rights of goblins as
Mhm.
well as all living creatures, as well as all sentient creatures. They just have a bad history with goblins.
Understandable.
Understandable.
So at most, they're just annoyed.
Mhm.
Anyways, but still, it has gone where?
Wherever the
As
readings
a-
were lowest. Sorry.
Yeah, like based on like already has the information of where readings were highest, so
Yeah.
he is specifically avoiding those places.
Okay, so
I
he's
don't know all
specifically
of the places
avoiding
where
the like
readings were
the.
highest.
He's specifically avoiding like the ruined homestead.
Yeah, like the ruined homestead, and then if there were like any other places beyond that, because I assume there
Right.
were other places that had high readings.
Right. Right. So you you shoot right past the ruined homestead. You come to Kwai and Ira's homestead, and you notice that the ratings there seem to ping a little bit too. But you don't think anything of it because they're both guardians.
Mhm.
So you go past there too. And you end up, as you're kind of, I kind of imagine you going in like a pattern of like a straight line up and then a straight line down and then up and then down, like a kind of like in a grid pattern. I definitely imagine, but still of all people doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're going in this grid pattern, you come up to this. You come up to the. There's a beaten road. It's not really a paved road. It's not, it is a road of sorts, but it's like a beaten path, And you come up to this beaten path where it kind of forks towards the east, and there's a bit of a bend as it goes up towards it goes down towards the south, this beaten road. This beaten road comes from the north, and comes, and there's a bit of a bend there, as it forks one way and goes another way too, and that part is nearby to Guy and Ira's homestead. And Xbox, you need to shut up. Getting notifications from Game Pass for some bizarre reason. And there is a rock, a big boulder that sits right there, right where it kind of, right where that path forks. Right beside there is this big boulder, and that is where you kind of come to a stop, because you notice that all of the readings, including the ambient Mystia readings that you get everywhere, just come to a stop. There is nothing here. No energy, no energy at all. You can't detect a thing. Not even the ambient Mystia that you get everywhere.
It seems we've had a dead zone. How interesting.
Do I feel anything weird about this rock?
You feel as though the air here is dead.
I'm a dig.
All right.
Nothing more to it.
Did we bring a shovel?
I've got shovel.
Good.
How many shovels do you got?
I have an ever need pack. I got as many shovels as we need.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know that Ada also has the freaking Ulth gate as well, so she could just Ulth bend this shit like Toph, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have
Yeah,
a
unfortunately you're not in this group.
unfortunately.
Oh my.
You went off
Wait.
to the mountain range on the eastern edge of the ranch with Soma and Duty, and that is where we're actually going to pick up next. Soma and Duty with Ada, you head up to this mountain range that sits on that runs across the eastern edge of the ranch. In fact, I'm going to bring up the world map. So if we zoom in here, you see where the big detective glass is?
Mhm.
The big magnifying glass? That is where the ranch is. And this is the mountain range here.
Mm-hmm.
That is the mountain range that runs across the eastern edge of the ranch. And just for reference, from the drone is probably about up here.
Okay.
Just don't go up there. You don't want to piss off a territorial red dragon. So this is about where you are. I would say you're at the foot of the mountain range here. If you want to climb up here, you will need to make I believe, an athletics check. But I could be wrong.
All right. Would you have said Duty would have brought his Dragron to do the walking for him through this? Or would it be too difficult going up the mountain for it?
Dragron is very low to the ground.
Okay, yeah, then it would be back at the ranch. All right, athletics checks. Story pointing that.
I guessed you as much. I guessed as much.
Like, it was only,
This is-
like, it was
this
only
is
a
your
matter of time until someone got that one.
That's much
Yeah.
better. That is much better.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 10 because of the house rule.
So nice.
So much better. So going from a critical failure to actually a critical success.
Hey.
Critical failure soundbite was diabolical.
No.
It is wah, wah, wah.
Alright, so Duty
Yeah.
has no trouble getting up the mountain.
Yep, Duty has no trouble getting up the mountain. How about Ada? I will roll for Soma.
Oh no.
Athletics.
Good
Could
luck.
Duty be aiding the one who looks least likely to succeed?
Yes, and the least likely to succeed is Soma.
Alright.
She is
Roll me
untrained
back.
with a
20.
plus 0.
Oh.
Alright, this is a success. She gains a +2 circumstance bonus.
Okay.
Oh.
Yo.
23 for Ada.
Not half bad at all, considering untrained improvisation.
Yeah.
So 10. Soma fails, and she gets up a little bit of a ways, and then it loses her grip and slides back down.
Ah.
She gets up maybe about a foot. She's going to need to try again.
Yep. As Duty will state. Try again. Another aid to boost that by 2, because unless I not 1, I would beat this. Yeah, okay. Is she up
Yeah,
yet?
at this point, you're going to need a rope to help her up.
Luckily, Duty has one, and will toss it down, holding the other end.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, if only we knew we would have traded someone on our team for Selma.
Mm-hmm. All right, Duty unfurls a length of rope
I
and
mean-
holds it out to her.
Fortunately, it's not that high. It's
Yeah.
it's a little bit of a hill. Is all. It's not like you're climbing Mount Hellfire itself.
Mhm.
It's not like you're climbing up here. That is a climb. That is a hell of
Yeah.
a climb.
Rope.
But here, it's just a bit of a hill. And so you managed to help her up and get up to the top of this plateau. And as you're... in fact, I'm going to quickly roll a perception check for Selma as you are helping her up.
Nice.
Why is that in secret? It should not be in secret. Reveal.
Ooh, not bad.
Why is that? All the rolls were in secret.
Wait, yeah, they were.
So 28. With 28, Soma scopes out what looks like a small cave entrance.
Ooh.
She sees the small cave entrance, which looks like it's about over here.
We
That
should
looks
check out that cave.
that looks just big enough for one of the Nakos on the ranch to get in.
Oh. Should have brought the goblin.
Or you could call Nugent and Dongrox, the other two goblins on the ranch.
Do either of them have the communication stone?
Yes.
All right, Judy
Unfortunately.
will-
Unfortunately, because they often call Crystal multiple times a day, much to her annoyance.
Poor Crystal.
I saw a butterfly today. It was pretty.
All right, Duty will phone them.
Okay. And you hear them kind of fumbling it about, and you kind of hear the sound as though they're kind of tossing the comm stone between each other. And then you hear Don Grox say, "Yeah, hi, what?
Hi, this is Duty, a new recruit. We found a cave up in
Duty? You mean
Duty,
like the
yes.
you mean like the duty that the Nakos drop?"
You can call me that if you wish. I need your assistance.
He's so used to
There's
goblin.
a hill up to the east of the ranch that has a small cave. I require a gobbler to get up here. Would you be willing to assist?
And going in a dark hole?
Go in a dark hole.
They make some really immature jokes about that.
He's just steadfastly getting through it.
I'm not going to repeat those inappropriate jokes. Because we are on YouTube, so
Yeah, if anything, save that for the Twitch clip.
After just bearing through the inappropriate jokes from the goblins, and someone is shaking her head and being like, "This is what we deal with."
I'm used to it.
It's just like the freaking spy towards the end of Heavy said, just it's tradition.
And
Like, you know what I'm talking about?
And finally, Don Grox says, "I'll send Nugent over. Just don't hurt her."
We won't. Much appreciated.
Better keep her safe.
If she gets injured, I'll patch her up. I'm a trained medic.
What's a medic? Oh, so you're like Roy?
In a way, yes.
Roy's nice.
She is. Please send your friend over. We need this done quickly.
Okay.
I love goblins. I love goblins in every single fantasy setting. They're so good.
Poor Duty had to go through this on a daily basis.
Hey, dude, you think I can survive a jump from this height?
And then you hear Don Grox and Nugent fighting over how do you hang this thing up?
Duty will hang up on his side, which will hopefully hang up on theirs.
So it takes them 2 hours to get here.
Okay.
And when Nugent gets here, she's like, "It took us an hour to figure out how to hang that thing up, only to find out you hung it up already."
I did, yes. The cave is over here. Would you be able to look through it? We can provide a torch if you need it.
Oh, yay! A dark hole!
A dark hole.
This is gonna be fun.
I wish you luck. Please return and tell us what you find.
Okay. And she slips right into the dark hole.
All right.
It is about 3:30 in the afternoon. But still digging.
Still haven't found anything? Ron would be helping.
Ron and Rat are helping.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
We just need rat-sized shovels.
Yeah. Could I roll a spirit check to see if I can feel? Oh, well, actually, you said I felt that air.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
know
the
how
air
to
feels dead. To
Yeah.
give you a really good description of what this feels like, it kind of feels like you're standing in the dead center of a hurricane.
Just nothing is happening here at all.
Yeah.
Okay. So no spirit energy then. Okay, then yeah, I'm just gonna help out digging. Just
Like
just reminds me
it
of
literally feels like the air is still here. There's no wind. It's
Well, that
very, very disconcerting.
Yeah, that is freaky. Rat would be a little what's the word? Unnerved while digging. He's just like he's just nervously singing. Well, you know what they say. He's just nervously like whistling while
Ron
digging.
seems to be completely in his element. It's an act.
So Ron's a little freaked out too.
Oh yeah, he's just not showing it at all.
His best deal, stalwart. Like I don't
If
care.
you want,
Truly just
you
dead 1,000-yard stare.
if you want, you
Well,
could all roll stress checks.
Sure, yeah. What role do we
Yeah,
do
why
for
not?
that?
Will save.
We'll
Yeah, sure.
save.
That's my terrible save.
So,
Do I
Well, you
need
can
to
re-roll
make
it if you
one since
fail.
This is
Yeah, Ron's fine.
specifically what I was looking for.
Rod's a little unnerved, but overall fine.
oh,
Critical
wait,
success.
was it-
Is that a
yeah,
just
hmm.
So
that's
Rat,
if that's a
Rat
fail, he has
failed.
an ability to reroll. All right, grit and tenacity.
And I'm just debating. Is I'm partially
okay,
trying to
that
remember which
turned it
group
into a success.
All right, and Bastille.
Well, I was asking, do I need to make one since this was specifically what Bastille was looking for?
Yeah, sure.
Like, was fully prepared for this situation? I mean, I'll still roll one if you want. I was just
Yeah,
asking.
yeah. Go ahead, roll one.
And
Okay.
meanwhile, I was just going to ask if I should roll one as well, or if
Ada
You're
is
in,
up in the is
so-
up in the mountain, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Natural 20, 39.
But is it? Yeah, but still fine.
Yeah, like, as I said, 1,000-yard stare. Just this is
So-
another day.
Completely in
So
his element.
Ron and Rat are a little unnerved, but overall
I
fine.
critically succeeded.
I'm the only one that's scared.
It's just a little disconcerting.
Red's gonna, while digging, he's gonna say to Bastille, "You ain't nervous about what we might potentially find under this here boulder rock thing?"
You do understand that in the both best and worst case scenario, we found a kaiju-sized monster that's trapped in a pyramid.
Ah, yes, and if we or when we touch this thing, it's immediately gonna come out of its pyramid, and we're all gonna get crushed and die under its huge, massive body. I understand where you're coming from.
I'm
That
sure
would
I
be
could
a poorly
outroll.
designed jail.
Well,
Well-
considering its power is already seeping out of it.
No, please. I'm laughing because I'm scared.
And in a few moments, if anyone, you'd be the one who gets crushed.
Shadow
don't
is.
think-
Wait a minute. Shadow is scared? Good. I'm doing
is
my
an
job then.
This is a dead. This area has nothing. Stillness. I'm like, oh, we're digging this area up. Okay, fine, we're doing this. Listen, the
Good.
player is scared,
I've-
but the character isn't.
Yeah.
He's a little nervous.
I've done my job at this point. I've done my job.
Mm.
Yeah,
Will
to
it
your
help get your mind on other things if you ask me whatever it is you needed to ask earlier?
I'm surprised you remember that, but before I get to that, let me rebuttal you on that answer, City Faye. Anybody can die from that massive kaiju size thing.
If they're too
Uh,
slow, sure.
I'm sure you might think you're all fast, but you can't be that fast. Look at the speed you're digging.
I'm gonna make an athletics check for that.
Go for it.
You jerk. You jerk.
It
Yeah,
is technically
that
not
one.
known if something can kill you until it
Yes,
becomes
yes,
known.
Story
yes,
points
yes,
for my 2 story
yes.
points. Eat it.
No, I hate you.
It's still 33, which is goes to a normal success for Sword Still 33.
Yeah, it's a normal success.
Are you kidding me? I'm so
taking
upset.
Fine.
It is
Thank God
technically
for
not
that.
known as-
Thank God for that house roll, huh?
Yeah.
That could have been bad.
Yeah. Breaks the shovel. Anyways. What were you saying, Bastille?
Well,
It is technically
he did
not
chip
known
the
as-
shovel.
It is technically not known if something can kill you until it has done such.
I mean, have you killed anything by sitting on it?
Not to my knowledge.
I refuse
Although
to answer that question.
Yes, back to the original, to my original question, Bastille. So, what is your story? You woke up like all broken or stuff. Like, what do you last remember before you were turned on?
Basically, woke up, looked around, didn't know where I was, who I was, whatever. Went around searching. Found the hidden archives during my search, amongst other things.
Unfortunately.
Agreed to help their researching in turn for helping researching what is going on.
What is going on with you, or what is going on
Correct.
in general? Well, I'm a bit of a what you may call spirit enthusiast. I think I can give you an answer. What I don't know why you might have a couple memory issues. Chink. Oh, sorry, that's a rock.
Actually, you just hit bedrock.
Ow. Huh?
You cannot get past. You hit a spot that you just can't get past.
Well,
That is bedrock.
let me see if I can find a different digging spot, and then I'm gonna continue to talk to the best of you. Yeah. From
in
what
fact,
I understand.
all three of you hit bedrock.
What?
Seems we can't dig any further.
Does it look like bedrock?
Yes. If you ought to be really certain, you can make a nature check.
How deep is the hole that we dug up?
Pretty deep. I mean, you've been digging for a couple of hours.
Yeah, okay. You've hit bedrock? Huh. I'm not trained in nature, so I'm not gonna try.
Neither is it on.
I mean, I'll try it. There's no reason not to.
Alright, sure, I'll try. Why not?
I suppose we all will. John and
I have a
29.
minus. Oh, 16.
16 and 13. 29 is what matters here.
Yeah, but still, you know that this is bedrock.
Obviously, this was a while ago. So it might not have any signs of such, but is there any signs that this form of bedrock has been disturbed at any point in the past?
Make a perception check.
Real?
As you take a closer look at this area.
All right. May the two of us also do that?
Yes.
God damn it, Ron.
So, Bastille and Rat, as you take a closer look around this, you don't think this area has ever been disturbed.
What?
Which means this weirdness right here, it's not because of the pyramid. It's just more branch weirdness.
Well, if it doesn't seem like it's related to the pyramid,
Yeah.
there's only one more thing to do to confirm such.
You gotta break the rock.
Object reading. Fourth
Object
level.
reading.
Any events within the last year has insert name here ever been here.
Bifrost.
Bifrost. That's I knew it started with a P. I'm like, what is it? It's not my name. There's gotta be another B name. Looking in the list on Discord, couldn't find it. Thank you. Has Bifrost ever been here in the last year?
No.
Well, we're done with this.
He's left. He's gone. He's going to the next spot for energy readings.
He is very singular focused on one singular objective.
This might
But-
be a question for the future, but it ain't a question for now.
For
I have
Bastille,
a
anyways.
Stupid idea.
How deep down are we? Can Rat get up?
Yes.
Yes! I have a way to get up. I can shoot the ground. The floor just blow me
Oh,
up.
true. You could launch yourself with the black powder boost.
Yeah.
Okay.
But can I? Yeah, I'm gonna do something stupid. Rat is gonna be like, "Wait, Bastia, before you go on, I want to try something." Gonna pull out this weird looking shotgun thing. It's gonna pull the trigger on the rock. He's aiming at the rock, and bang!
Oh, gods.
Roll a 40. What happens to the bedrock when this roll hits?
Oh, that's
I could have sworn you shot the boulder, not the bedrock.
Yeah, I shot the boulder. Yeah, not the bedrock.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
You shoot
boulder.
you shoot the boulder. Roll damage.
Huh?
Roll damage. Roll
Alright,
damage
rolling
against Ron.
Against Ron.
What?
What?
Oh, he ricocheted?
Yeah, I'm guessing it ricocheted.
That would beat Ron's AC by 30.
Wait,
Or by 10.
By 10.
Yeah, that-
Hits him.
yeah, it ricochets. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That crits Ron.
Oh,
Ooh.
shit.
So Ron just took a really bad shot. A really
Poor
bad
Ron.
hit. A really bad hit.
Okay, yeah, I was
Angry as
thinking.
hell.
Yeah, I was thinking the boulder was magical. No, it just ricocheted. Okay, cool. I freaked
Ron has
out.
to make a fort save. He fails. He is stunned 1. As he reels in pain.
Ouch.
Oh, come on there, City Faye.
What
It was just a.
wrong with you?
It was. something. I thought it was a good idea to see if that boulder there.
Seemed
was
like a good
a-
idea at the time. Famous last
Exactly.
words.
It seemed like a good idea.
Caster
Famous
to cast
last
magic
words.
detection on it.
Well, the thing is, I can't cast that. So best idea I got was shooting.
Can. Ron waves wildly in Bastile's direction.
But still, but he's already walking.
You better get walking.
Yeah. You'll walk it off. It's fine. It's not like that
There's a
hurts you all
bullet
that bad.
in my butt.
That's fine. You'll walk it off.
Damn good thing your friend's a medic.
Hey, it's fine.
You're damn lucky that Kawhi's here too.
Anyways, I'm gonna go follow Bastille. You gonna come with, or you gonna go and get patched up?
I can take a couple more. I'll come with you.
Holster that
All
gun.
right.
Holster that gun before you piss Ron off.
He's already pissed off. He broke composure.
On that note, we're going back over to Duty, Ada, and Soma.
My next character is going to be an android named Data.
That's so good.
Please don't copyright strike us.
I forgot that was from a show.
I was gonna. I was wondering when someone was gonna mention that.
I just wanted to play off of the misspeaking.
The rhyming.
Mm-hmm.
Please, Paramount, please look this over for this one time.
I didn't even feel what was said because I freaking zoned out again.
Basically, they hit bedrock, and then Rat decided to shoot at the boulder, and it ricocheted and hit Ron.
Got through the heart and Rat's sublime.
More like.
What exactly you were thinking, Dale, bud?
So, Nugent spends a little while down there. She spends all the way to about 4 in the afternoon.
Mhm.
And then finally comes up. And she says, it's a maze down there. It'll probably take me a week to map the place.
I see. Are you willing to do that?
If you get Don Grox over here and we can team up. Maybe get that rat over here too.
He would be good. Thank you.
Probably better than with Ron.
True. And Duty will telephone Rat. Rat, I need you. Can you come up to the mountains?
Ah! Oh, he's gonna go into his backpack and pull the communication stone. But how do you work this dang thing? He's gonna shake it around. He's gonna shake it around. Hello, do you hear me?
Yes, I heard you when you cried out.
Oh,
How are things going
Okay.
on your end? Have you found anything important?
things are going fine around here. Nothing happened. We found a strange boulder, but that's about it.
I see. Can your party do without you?
No, he
I
didn't
need
shoot
Someone
Ron.
of
No.
your size to explore a cave.
He didn't shoot Ron. No, of course not. Nothing happened.
If you can, on the way, pick up the other gobbler, and we'll need them as well.
Well, he's gonna put the phone, the communication stone down, and she's like, Hey, Bastille, think you can handle things around here without my help?
And it's still going. Dude, he can hear everything.
Duty can see everything.
Yeah.
There's a bloody wound on Ron.
I will be fine.
Dude, like,
Alright,
oh my gods.
What did he do?
alright. But I still gotta talk to you. Maybe later on tonight, once everything's been calmed down, I'll go to your room. We can have a little chat.
And
Very
after
well.
Ron calms down.
After all, we are best
Ron
friends,
wants to
ain't we?
commit murder.
Tink, tink.
As you say.
You sure ain't much for conversation, ain't you?
Is there specific conversation that needs to be had?
Later on tonight, yes. But right now, no. I'm just pulling a joke, my friend. Anyways, my best friend Ron, I will get my other giant friend to help get that wound fixed up.
I do appreciate it. Please leave.
All right. Don't miss my handsome mug. He's gonna walk away and get the other. Who's the one that was left behind? Was it? Who's the other goblin that was left behind? Forgot their name.
Dongrox.
Dongrox. Rad's gonna go over to Dongrox. Hey there, fellow man friend. Sorry, I did laugh for my stupid jokes. We got a mission to do. Think about around there in the mountains. Although the communication stone is still going on.
Duty
Very
will
long.
speak up. Hello, I require both your and Rat's aid, as well as your friends.
I forgot this thing was on. Maybe I should leave it on our way there.
I can give you directions.
Oh boy. So, Rat goes to pick up Dongrox and head on over to the mountain range. Over to the plateau.
Mhm.
So, it takes you about 45 minutes to get there.
Mhm.
So it's about 4:45 p.m.
Mhm.
Just keeping time. It's not like anything bad's going to happen yet.
Nah, that's
Not yet already.
that's not me. Don't worry. I know karma's gonna come towards me.
That's gonna
Ooh,
be
yes.
Nah, he's fine. He's good. He's fine. He's not mad. Smiles.
He's going to pay you back at some point, and it will be lethal.
Nah, it's fine. It was an accident.
See ya, nerd.
Puts Rat in a trash can and walks away.
Kicks Rat off the cliff. Or kicks Rat, sorry.
Just picks him by the scruff of his neck like a small dog breed and just hangs him in the air.
Okay. So you get over there, and Rat, you find out that the job that you were called over here for is to go down into a dark hole and
He's
map
gonna-
out some small caves.
Upon hearing that, he's gonna look up at Duty, Soma, and Ida. It's just like it's, it's just like what? Why me?
You're
Well,
the right
us.
size, and you're reliable, unfortunately.
Is this some sort of punishment?
Exactly.
Look, this cave may be important. Bring whatever you can,
Do I,
and map it out for us with the other two.
do I have paper? Do I have paper in my
We have
backpack?
paper.
So
Yeah, you
does
have a
Red
writing
know?
set.
Does Red know how to write?
Oh, good God.
I have to think. Prob.
Judy probably would have taught him.
Yeah. Okay. Then. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he knows how to write. I mean, any of you guys got anything that can help me down there, like a potion, something like that, or am I just gonna go in without a paddle?
You have your weapons.
I was
I
gonna
could give you a healer's toolkit, but I don't think it'll do much. I can give you my gloves, and that may help.
All right, Red is gonna.
You
Red's
can
gonna
get some
unholster-
potions from Crystal.
Yeah, but we have to walk down there again. Grab potions. Ada, hey, Ada, I hear you're good at driving. Can't you drive down there and get me some potions?
You know that I'm terrible with directions. It would take me a week to get back there when it should only take a few days.
I'm just making jokes because I'm deathly afraid of going down that hole. I apologize.
Are you afraid of the
Judy
dark?
I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm just afraid of the unknown.
Are you afraid of
Judy will-
caves? Are you claustrophobic?
Nah, just scared of what might be in the cave.
Yeah,
Right.
well, I was about to say, if you're too scared for it, then I wouldn't mind going down there.
They're
but-
too small.
Too big.
Too big. Oops.
Don't
right.
worry.
Judy strips off his gauntlets and gloves and hands a pristine white pair of gloves to Rat.
Oh. Oh, hey, you use this thing to eat? Oh, okay. Thank
Yes,
you.
if you run into trouble, it can heal.
All right, and the mention of that, Rat's gonna unholster his weird looking shotgun and then tinker with it, and it turns into a sword.
Yo.
So, explosive dog slicer is now a sword.
Melee mode.
Well,
Is
Well,
this a
my-
gunblade?
yeah, it's a combination
Literally, yeah.
weapon.
Okay,
Yep.
so Square Enix, please do not copyright strike us.
Oh no, there is literally an actual gunblade weapon based off of Square
Yeah.
Enix one in
Yeah,
PF2e.
I was about to say,
Square Enix doesn't have sole
A trigger.
copyright.
Yeah, it's called the
yeah,
Trigger
that's what
brand.
Actually,
No, it's the gun sword.
Is I'm trying to play English here. You say that as if you own
English is
already have
hard.
that. I'm literally just playing Ada from Owl.
Well, it doesn't hurt to be careful, but let's go. Dunjax and what's the other name?
Dongrax and I don't remember the other.
Dungrax.
Dongrox
Dongrax.
and Dugit.
Nugit and Nangrax. Well, let's go, my fellow kinsman.
Okay. You first.
At this point, we're gonna switch to talking to Goblorin from now on.
Okay.
Only all three of us can understand. So it's gonna be like, I'm assuming that's what it sounds like to everyone that doesn't speak Goblorin.
Not really, but close.
What would it sound like?
I haven't really thought of that yet, but not that.
Okay. Let's just go in then. The spooky, dark cave.
Okay, so Rat is claustrophobic.
No, he's just scared of what might be in here. He's just afraid of he's afraid of the unknown.
Afraid of the unknown, so he's afraid of the ranch.
Yes, unironically, yes. Like, he has been putting up a brave front, but he has been absolutely terrified.
Fox Hollow Ranch, where the unknown comes to live.
Rat's worst nightmare.
So they head down there with lights.
They have dark vision.
With
I have to let
lights.
them see color though.
Yeah. And meanwhile, what are Ada, Soma, and Duty going to do while they're doing that?
Duty's probably just gonna keep watch.
Ada?
Hmm. Hmm.
Because it's going to take them a while to map out that area. So there's more to see here besides just a small dark hole.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, goody.
I think if anything, Ada would more or less try to keep herself occupied by trying to practice a bit with her kinesis abilities.
Or if Ben's the whole shot.
Yeah, like, if that's possible.
You can do that. Or you could see what else you could find up here.
Yeah, Duty would probably recommend that the two of you keep looking around in case there's more to be found.
Yeah, it's like, if anything, Ada is more than likely just going to try and split her attention between training and exploration.
Fair.
Because, hey, you can never be played too certain when basically everything around here either wants you dead or basically wants you for their lunch.
Oops. Anyways, so you're exploring the plateau along with Soma at the same time as practicing training.
Yep.
Okay. And what is Duty going to do? You're just staying watch there?
Yeah, keeping watch in case anything comes out or comes near.
Okay.
Doesn't want to leave his friend.
Okay. So, Soba and Ada, as you explore around this plateau, and as night starts to fall. At this point, it's starting to dusk is starting to fall as the sky is starting to darken, and at this point, you both you both look up just as these strange lights start to form up above where you are on this plateau. And as you're looking at this, you're thinking, wait, we're in the middle of the desert, right about this at the center of the equator of the planet. This is the sort of thing you usually see in Arctica or Arcticus. Not here.
Okay then, so apparently Mother Nature is another thing that goes weird around this place.
And as you're getting dazzled by this aurora, suddenly something else catches your eye. This small white light that is far above you is just zipping along this aurora, going back and forth, and then suddenly it's gone.
What in the fuck was that?
And as that happens, Duty, both your comstone and your energy detector start going crazy.
Oh.
Your comstone is glowing like hell, and your energy detector is going, making this crazy shrieking sound. And as you pull out the energy detector, the needle is way off the chart. And this is only happening with yours. It's not happening with Ada's, it's not happening with Soma's. Only yours.
Alright, does it seem like I can make a call with the compstone?
No. In fact, it looks like as you look at the compstone, you're seeing images of your previous call.
I'm gonna pull out a motion recorder and try to record it. Does it work?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what's going on with the crystal? What am I seeing?
So the comstone is going crazy. It's like glowing, and it's showing these images of your previous call.
Okay.
Which is just bizarre.
Mhm.
And then, as the light in the sky, that little tiny white light disappears, it goes back to normal.
Alright. I'll snap the recorder off and hope that's saved. That'll be very useful to show to everyone else later.
And you're like, that's bizarre. It's not supposed to work like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, may I use engineering lore to determine what sort of frequencies or technologies could cause that to happen?
Go ahead. I love that.
Alright.
I love that idea. Go ahead. 35. So, the only frequencies that you can think of that could cause that sort of reaction with the energy detector don't exist in nature.
Synthesize then?
And as far as you know, the compstone doesn't work like that.
Mhm.
It doesn't record previous calls like that. It's not supposed to work that way.
Mhm.
So this is incredibly bizarre.
Alright.
So, Ada, you got really perplexed and mesmerized by the aurora and then the strange light in the sky.
as I currently just more or less trying to think of what the fuck it could have been because it couldn't be a shooting star due to how it moved.
Yeah, that's absolutely impossible. That can't be a shooting star.
Yet it also can't be some sort of it also can't be some sort of, I guess you'd say, aircraft equivalent because otherwise the light would be a lot more dim.
Yeah. There are airships in this world, but as far as you know, they can't make those sort of maneuvers.
So it's like, if anything, Ada's just trying to figure it out due to process of elimination, even though she has next to no fucking clue what it actually is.
And Soma's like, I think I'm going to be doing some research later.
Levi will as well.
And that is where I'm going to end the session. As you get freaked out by more weirdness on this ranch.
Oh, geez, like this is already getting interesting.
And we will be back on May 30th. We'll be missing Bastille, of course.
Mhm.
So that is going to be unfortunate. What is Bastille going to be doing during that time?
Truly, you can just have him like just finishing up the sweep of like the entire farm for like any further energy rating, since that was suggested to take a couple days.
Right. So continue with your grid search.
Yep.
Yep.
And then just when I'm back on session after that can be when he's done with such.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. And hopefully we have Soma back soon.
Hopefully.
We definitely miss her.
Mm-hmm.
I miss her.
I miss her. She's fun.
Yeah. Indeed. Absolutely.
If anything, I'm
So-
surprised that one of us didn't pull off a Sonic dub reference with it.
So, we will see everyone again for the continuation of all this on May 30th.
Next time on Dragon Ball. Wait, wrong show.
Wait, next time on
Ghost
Mystimon
Stories.
Adventures.
Next time on Mystimon Saga Hidden Archives.
Stay tuned or go mad.
Alright.
Stay tuned
See
or
you
go
guys
mad.
around.
That should be our slogan. We will see everyone next time. Bye.
See you around.
Ew.